The gathering storm political tensions escalate. America in 2025, a nation on edge. The streets simmer with discontent. Protests surge across the country, a visible manifestation of the anger brewing beneath the surface. At the heart of the unrest, Donald J. Trump. The former president, never one to shy away from a fight, has returned to the political arena with a vengeance. His rhetoric, as fiery and divisive as ever, has ignited a firestorm of controversy. Leading the charge against Trump are familiar faces: Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the firebrand congresswoman from New York, and Bernie Sanders, the veteran senator from Vermont. They rally their supporters, their voices rising in unison against what they perceive as a dangerous assault on American democracy. They warn of the fragility of freedom, the ever-present threat of authoritarianism. Their words resonate with millions, fueling the growing resistance. Trump, however, remains undeterred. He dismisses his critics as radical leftists and enemies of the people. He thrives on the chaos, his finger hovering over the button of division. The tension is palpable, a powder keg waiting for a spark. And in the corridors of power, whispers of a chilling possibility begin to circulate: martial law. Whispers of martial law, Trump's calculated brinkmanship. Within the walls of the White House, a different kind of storm is brewing. President Trump, his face etched with a familiar scowl, huddles with his inner circle. The air crackles with tension. The subject of their clandestine meeting, the nuclear option, the ultimate power play, martial law. Word on the street is that Trump has been discussing this drastic measure with his trusted confidants. Sources say Vice President J.D. Vance, a controversial figure in his own right, is among those advising the president. The name of the military secretary, shrouded in secrecy, is whispered in hushed tones. The very notion of a sitting president even contemplating such a move sends chills down the spines of seasoned political observers. Trump's flirtation with martial law is not without precedent. Throughout his tumultuous political career, he has repeatedly tested the boundaries of his authority, demonstrating a blatant disregard for democratic norms. His words, laced with veiled threats and thinly veiled promises of a return to law and order, have fueled speculation about his true intentions. The Rubicon of tyranny: consequences of crossing the line. The implications of a martial law declaration in the United States of America are as profound as they are terrifying. It would represent a fundamental rupture in the fabric of American democracy, a descent into the abyss of authoritarian rule. The very foundations of the Republic, painstakingly laid over 2 centuries ago, would crumble under the weight of such a drastic action. Civil unrest, already simmering beneath the surface, would likely erupt into widespread chaos. Protests, fueled by outrage and desperation, would transform into a raging inferno. The streets would become battlegrounds, stained with the blood of innocent civilians caught in the crossfire between protesters and the iron fist of the state. The specter of civil war, a chilling echo from America's past, would once again rear its ugly head. The global ramifications of such a catastrophic event are difficult to overstate. The United States, once a beacon of democracy, would become a pariah on the world stage. Alliances would crumble, replaced by suspicion and distrust. The international order, already fragile, would teeter on the brink of collapse. The economic consequences would be equally dire, with markets crashing and uncertainty reigning supreme. Navigating uncertain waters, a call to action for Americans. In these uncertain times, it is more important than ever for Americans to remain vigilant, informed, and engaged. The future of the nation hangs in the balance, the very soul of America at stake. This is not a time for complacency or apathy. It is a time for courage, for resolve, and for unwavering commitment to the principles upon which this great nation was founded. Americans must equip themselves with the knowledge and understanding necessary to navigate these treacherous waters. Stay informed through reliable news sources, critically evaluating the information that bombards us from all sides. Educate yourself about your rights, enshrined in the Constitution, and understand the legal avenues available to you should your freedoms be threatened. Prepare for potential disruptions to daily life, ensuring you have access to essential supplies, communication networks, and a support system of trusted individuals. Should the unthinkable occur, and martial law be declared, it is imperative to remain calm, collected, and above all, peaceful. Avoid any actions that could be misconstrued as aggressive or provocative. Document any violations of your rights, gathering evidence that can be used in legal proceedings. Remember, even in the face of tyranny, the rule of law, however fragile, must be upheld.